Hello everybody. I know I've been out of touch, I'm sorry. I've actually done a few videos, and then when I'm getting ready to upload them, I'm like, oh, this video's stupid, and I end up not doing it because I don't remember exactly what they were, but I think, if I recall, they were videos about some topic that's, has to do with politics and my feelings on it, or the other was I was talking about a murder case that's a recent murder case, from last summer, the Colorado one. That case has been, in the news nonstop. Now it's winding down because they put the guy in jail, and I don't even want to say the names because we already know. Well, there's two big cases in Colorado. Now there's another one. Similar situation, the husband apparently, or the boyfriend. Anyway, I don't want to go into detail because I don't, on YouTube, I've always tried to remain completely non-controversial and keeping to simple topics that aren't, very moving to your anger muscles, or if that's what you want to call it. But anyway, so what I'm doing now, I'm working on a website, and that's what's been keeping me really busy. That and a couple of other things that I'm doing, things that I do out of my home. I'm just getting frustrated with the temp work because I thought up here in Maryland, maybe since it's near DC, I would be getting temp jobs that paid better. But I'm getting paid exactly what it was getting paid in Miami. So I'm like, it's an okay pay, but someone who has as much experience and knowledge as I do, I feel, I am 52. I've had a lot of time to develop experience and add to my skills, and I'm just really good, or at least I thought I was. Maybe I needed to get knocked down a level or two. But, I get offered the same pay. I don't mind doing the work I do, but, get me something that pays, I'm not even asking for that much, I think for what I know. But anyway, so I've decided occasionally I might temp just if I want to get out of the house or something, but I've just been focusing more on my own projects here, with 2 or 3 projects that I'm going to work on. But anyway, one project I'm working on as of late is for my sister-in-law. She has an uncle who passed away about 2 years ago, and he was an artist, kind of. I would say he was a talented artist, but some of his works were a little bit, pushing the envelope there. If you're a very kind of prudish person, you might not like his art. And I at first didn't. I liked some of the pieces, the more colorful pieces that weren't about very iffy themes. But, then there were some others that I found, at first disturbing. I was like, oh goodness, wow, what did he do there? Sort of surreal paintings that he would paint. And, you have to develop a taste for it. And I actually have. It's interesting because I wanted to help my sister-in-law. I actually had a great deal of affection for the gentleman who passed away. He was her uncle, so whenever I would visit my brother at holidays, there was always a time or two we would cross at the parties. And, yeah, really, interesting man, kind of marched to the beat of his own drum, although he was from a very traditionally Greek family. And the Greek culture, the very traditional Greeks are often, very, they're not at all loose, you know what I mean? They're not, so if you're an artist in that environment, it's kind of hard. You kind of do have to go against your family in many cases. And there are some Greeks, obviously, that are more up to date and maybe willing to, but, so he was the black sheep, but the black sheep that everybody loved. So, he never got married. He'd had some passionate relationships that I know of through his life. He wasn't gay. He was a heterosexual male, but he just never, maybe, because of his way of thinking, his eccentricity, his artisticness and all, I guess it just never worked out for him as far as settling down, having kids. But in any case, he died unexpectedly. 2 years ago, for all we knew, he was healthy. I don't know the details of his death, but it was it was a natural cause apparently. But anyway, so now when I went up for Christmas, I went to visit my brother for Christmas in Boston. And my sister-in-law and my brother approached me and said, Fabiana, you're so good with, Excel and organizing and administration and all this. We have all this, like she said 500 pieces. I've only counted 250 pieces so far. We've got all this art from Uncle Yanni when he passed away. We had to empty the house to sell it. And it was full of all his art from all the years. Imagine he was 61. He started painting and doing art when he was in his 20s. So that's a lot of art accumulated. And, like many artists, was a starving artist that couldn't survive on his art. He had to actually work. He worked as a translator. So right now they have it all stored in a humid basement somewhere. And she says, first of all, we've got to get out of that basement soon because the lease is ending, where they have it stored. And secondly, it's getting moldy. The stuff is down there. It's humid. The art could get ruined down there. So if we don't find a home for this art or start selling the pieces or doing something or giving them away, they even want to give them away to anyone who's willing to pay the shipping. Unfortunately, the art is going to end up at the local dump. That we just have nowhere to put it. We can each take 1 or 2 pieces for ourselves, but So I said, okay, well, what I'll do is I'll take an inventory. I'll do this. I'll do a web page. I'll start advertising. Try to give them a little bit of, and so first I was doing it sort of as a favor. I am doing it as a favor. I'm not getting paid for it, but as I started looking through the art, it's all on Google, I started liking it and seeing, this has never happened to me before. I started actually seeing his message. And I did know the artist as well. So certain things that I knew about him, and then looking at his art over the years, it was as if he was communicating with me. It was so interesting. I never felt that someone from the dead, there are people that feel they can speak to the dead, and I certainly do not feel that I can speak to the dead, but I think I came pretty close by going through his art. Now, I've spent hours going through the pictures, one piece after another piece. She had taken pictures of all the art before storing it, so at least I had that. And I started to get fascinated. I started to see him in some of the paintings. I realized some of the paintings were very abstract, expressionistic paintings, but I saw him in the painting as a self-portrait. And it just got so interesting. And so now I started, I'm starting to inventory it. I'm giving each piece a number, all this, and then I'm going to upload it all to the internet with sort of an explanation of at least my vision of what he was trying, the message he was trying to send. Messages. There's more than one message. But they are themes that can be disturbing. Some are death, about death. Some are about injuries to the body. He had an injury that he had to live with his whole life. Other topics that there are some sexual works there as well. I mean, really, I wouldn't, it's not for the weak at heart, or, people who, if you don't like to see, symbols of sex, to try to put it in a more delicate way, you might not want to see his art. Although some of the pieces, I think I'm going to maybe do a part of the website for pieces that won't shock people. You know, just pieces that are, you know, a painting of an abstract, something that you don't know what it is, or etc. And then maybe the pieces that are a little bit more risque, I'll put them in another section of the website and say, you know, give a warning before they go that, you know, the artwork in this other section is a little bit, you know, if you're easily offended by certain images, etc. You know, but I just became very fascinated with the whole thing. So anyway, that's what I'm working on now, and I'm trying to do a website, which I enjoy doing, and I could do just a simple website, you know, just a shop with some pictures, and like I said, we're really trying to place the art and not have it cost us. You know, we're not actually trying to make money from the art. We just want someone who's going to appreciate it, maybe, you know, use it to decorate or keep as a collector's item, because who knows, maybe now that I'm putting the website up, I'm talking about the artist, I'm going to start giving people the vision. I'm hoping maybe in the spring to have a sort of an exhibit in his town up there in Massachusetts, if I can find a place, and maybe do an exhibit. And who knows, you know, Van Gogh got really famous after he died. So poor guy, when he was alive, he didn't make a penny off his art. And when he died, he became very famous and very valuable. So, you know, there's a million zillion artists in the world, so there's no reason for me to think that he will be one of the artists that, you know. But who knows? If you see the vision, and if he starts to become a popular, you know, popular with the marketing that I and some of my other family members are going to try to do, you know, who knows? But the main thing we want to do is just get the art placed in a place where people will appreciate it, and in that way we show respect to him, you know, rather than his stuff all ending up at the dump. So I've started the website. I haven't really uploaded much art yet. There are 2 pieces I've uploaded so far, but I'm still playing with the website. I'm trying to make it interesting. I want to do a section where you can sort the art, like with a drag and drop, which you know, that's the hard part. I could hire someone, but we don't want to spend money. So, you know, I know a little bit of code, so I'm just trying to get that up. So that's why I'm really not focusing much on any of my channels. I wanted to do a new pattern, video, but that's kind of on the side while I'm doing this website. But hopefully this website will be done like within a week or 2, and then I can focus on my pattern that I'm developing. I'm developing a sewing pattern. And I'll just plug away. You know, these are things that I enjoy doing. I'm not making any money off of. But, well, the patterns I can make money off. The art thing is more, as I mentioned, just to break even. And hopefully we won't. They've already spent a lot of money moving the art to storage, so they're already in the hole on it. But okay, guys, so sorry that I haven't been around much, but I'll try to touch base every once in a while. Thanks for listening. Bye.